Comedy film students, hey, it's just me, Paula Poundstone, reaching out to you on behalf of, well, me, Paula Poundstone. I wish I had something intelligent to say to you about comedy and film. I don't really. I think the thing about what's funny is no one person's opinion is any more valuable on the topic than another. And I think that's true whether the person is a comic actor, or a comedy writer, or a comedy director. You know, the truth is, as entertaining as films or television or, can be, you never laugh harder than when you're in the Ross's basement, which was my next door neighbors when I was growing up. We'd get together to hang out and play, and something would happen that would make us laugh, and we would just laugh ourselves silly. Nothing was ever funnier than that, to this day. You don't have to be a professional, comic, whatever the hell that is, to find something funny or to not find something funny. So, now that we've established that, I'll tell you this. I think that the pandemic has been a particularly difficult time for finding things funny, not because of the overall depression and sadness of the pandemic, that's something, but the truth is, that's when your sense of humor is the most valuable. And it's not depression and sadness that's making finding things funny difficult. It's isolation. You know how people will, they'll, LOL, right? The LOL thing. LOL is generally a lie. Because, when you're looking at your flat thing, someone types, I don't know, what do you see, like a YouTube video or something, and LOL, or somebody sends you a picture or something, and you write back, LOL. Most of us don't laugh out loud when we're by ourselves. Laughter has a lot to do with shared experience. And it can even be the shared experience, you're watching something on a screen, in, say, a movie theater or at a friend's house or, in a gathering, when you have other people to recognize that experience with, it's funnier. I'll just give you an example. I'm a big Three Stooges fan for a variety of reasons. When I was a kid, my mother would run a saw across my head. No, I'm kidding. I was the youngest, not in the world, in my family. I was the youngest. And my mother used to get the other kids, before I was school age, my mother would get the other kids off to school and then she would go back to bed. She said she had a headache. And I was left to just sort of, wander around the house. And eventually I would often be in front of the television in the basement. It was, we had three television stations, and it was black and white. And there was children's programming, but it was really for morons. And as a kid, I didn't know I was a moron. It's something I've discovered more recently. And so those shows, it was Captain Kangaroo and Romper Room. And they just didn't speak to me. And then the Three Stooges would come on. Oh, and by the way, also, I Love Lucy. That was on in the mornings too. But the Three Stooges would come on. And I think by contrast to these children's programming, the thing about the Stooges is, although eventually they started showing them to kids, they originally were not children's programming. They were just for they were movie shorts. You would see them before you saw a full-length movie. And because they used to do that in the theaters. And so to me, it was adults doing adult things, albeit badly. And I don't know, I thought they were funny. And as I got older, I thought they were funny for different reasons, but I still thought they were funny. So when I had kids, I had all these, I had all the Three Stooges on videotape and eventually DVD. And so when my kids were, I don't know, of a certain age where I thought I could explain to them, you know, don't hit each other with hammers, I showed them the Three Stooges. And we really enjoyed watching them together. And when we watched as a group, you know, we laughed. Now, the thing with the Three Stooges is there's a finite number of these episodes, and I've seen each of them. I mean, no exaggeration, 50 times a piece, maybe 100 times a piece. But at one point, there was we had a friend who invited us to the Three Stooges, what was it, film festival at the historic Alec Theater in Glendale, California. And so we went. Now, by this time, we'd seen some of the shorts a few times, and we didn't laugh at them the same way that we used to necessarily. They were more sort of comforting because it was something that we had seen before. But now we go into a theater of people who are all converts. We don't have to explain to anybody why we think it's funny. Everybody there is a Three Stooges fan, right? And it's on the glorious big silver screen. And I saw, even though I've been watching them my entire life, over and over and over again, I saw stuff I had never seen before in these same episodes because I was experiencing other people's reactions to them. And I'm like, gosh, I never even noticed that, whatever the thing was. And we weren't just laughing at them. We were caught up in waves, I tell you, of laughter over the Three Stooges. Like a whole theater of people, like holding their stomachs, rocking back and forth from the Three Stooges. Now, in all the years I watched them, before I had kids, before I watched them with anybody else, I'm not sure I ever laughed. I just acknowledged in my head that I thought it was funny. You know, my mother was never woken by me going like, that's not what happened. So my point is, a lot of things that are funny or that we respond to with laughter or amusement, it's because of the shared experience of seeing it with other people, or the thing that came up, the joke that got told, the thing that we thought was funny. It has to do with the group of people that we're with. Yeah. Beyond that, I don't really think anybody does know what's funny. Your teacher does. Other than him. Yeah, he knows. Whew, sorry, almost screwed that up. All right, take care. It was nice talking with you.